Hello Leo Virgo, thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you for all the likes, subscribes, views, and comments. If you like the way I read, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're interested. Thank you so much. So there's no way this can connect to everybody who views it, so if it gets heavy in an issue and you didn't have that issue before you came to this reading, then don't pick up that issue. Like, click off and come back if that issue arises in your life later. But yeah, if it's not a positive reading, and I don't know what it's going to be, that's why I just say that so people don't incorporate a reading into their life where it may not apply. So the first one coming out for you, Leo Virgo, is celebrations. Beautiful. It's going to be a good birthday season for you. Beautiful for those of you having the birthday this month. And the next one is courage. Wow, so there's something that you are getting courage, strength to do something. Very important. I'll read that one here in a minute, I think, out of the book. And the next one for you is transformation. New beginnings. Beautiful new beginnings. Look at how beautiful that gold butterfly is. Wow. Alright, so let me see what the book says for the courage and the transformation. Celebrations, we kind of know that that's going to be happy times, beautiful things. So we have 3 is the first number, 25, and 19 it looks like. So let's go 25. Courage. You are a person to be reckoned with and will make others proud. You will be standing up for what's right, for what you want and what you need, and will have the stamina, strength, and courage to speak up without the fear that has held you back before. A cleansing of your emotions is occurring, and you will be working on letting go of past hurts and disappointments. The new fearless you is sought after by the right people who could influence your life in dramatic ways. Just be aware of deception and keep your plans carefully guarded, as this can be your test right now. You have the ability to solve your own problems. Exciting but chaotic times await. Situations can be easily resolved when confronted wisely, and now you seem to have the right approach to change things around in your favor. After a period of courageous activities and gaining back your confidence, you will kick a huge goal and celebrate your victory. Sticking up for others and stepping out of your comfort zone will see you gain many admirers. Satisfying pats on the back for the help offered to others is joyous and emotionally fulfilling. If you are involved in a relationship that is fearful or troublesome, you could now have the courage to leave once and for all. Well, I sure hope that doesn't apply to too many of my viewers. That is horrible if that applies to any of you. And it's weird what it said about sticking up for yourself, because I do feel like a lot of Leo Virgos do stick up for themselves. So if that's getting stronger, it's like, oh wow, oh wow. The downfall is thinking the people that come around them, I think, are like them, because they're picky who they like, and they just think everybody's like that, but everybody is not. So for transformation, this card indicates you will reach your personal goals or plans by taking up a course of study or learning new skills. Whatever your course or training involves, know that it will help with personal growth and transformation. Learning new skills, whatever they may be, could turn into a money-making idea or a new business or further your long-term career potential. Effective planning and effort is needed right now. New positions and options will be available, and you will feel brand new, filled with new enthusiasm, fresh hope to make your dreams become a reality. The new you will certainly have a new attitude and new aura of positivity, which could thrill some of your friends. Others may be a bit jealous or afraid of losing you. Focus on your positive friends and family, as they want the best for you. If single, you could meet that special someone while studying or training for a new career. Simply taking up a new hobby could end up making you lots of new friends and connections that could last a long time. And we'll see 6 real fast. Wow, wow, wow. So good things coming to you. So children just talks about the symbol of welcoming children. It could also talk about working at a job with children. Lucky time, it could bring up that your children, or wait, what am I talking about? Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's not 6, that's 3. So sorry, you disregard the children thing. That was the wrong card. So the Chinese symbol of celebration is exactly that. Get out the black tie or party dress and be ready for the time of your life. Be alert to the wonderful experiences awaiting ahead and celebrate what life has to offer. Your cup will overflow with joy and expect a full social calendar. You will be celebrating a win of some kind, but enjoy the moment. It may notice jealousy of those around you. It is unlikely they have your best interest at heart, so if you are acting from good intent, then go and enjoy yourself. Ignore the haters. You really could be the belle of the ball with this card, so say yes to every glamorous invitation that comes your way. It's an ideal time to play the field and enjoy the attention that your increased popularity will bring. Wow, beautiful so far. Okay, let's move on to the next card. So those three talk about really beautiful, good stuff for you. Beautiful. Oh, I don't know why the cards flip out sometimes like that. Alright, so, whoa. First one that comes out for you is Bull, which is sacrifice. So this one came out for you before too. I think I'm going to read this. So sacrifice the bull out of the, and I unfortunately cannot see the number 40. So 4 may mean something to some of you. And I think this may have been in the reading for Virgo or Leo before, or maybe it was Leo Cancer. All worthwhile things mean we must sacrifice something. Martyrdom rarely is a good choice. It is good to trust your tribe. Have faith that all will be well. Reciprocity and offering to something bigger than you is a powerful art. So it talks about, I look at that as like giving up something to get something. So maybe sometimes you're like, okay, I'm going to give up my 3-bedroom apartment, move to a 1-bedroom apartment because I want to save money, but you're actually going to end up being happier than what you are. But Bull, because of this, always reminds me of Texas and like a storm, and you're protected from the storm is what this means to me. Maybe that the universe sacrifices you from a storm, or they just keep you from getting involved. Because this always seems dark to me, the dark eyes on the bull. So, honeybee, reciprocity. Wow, this is amazing because I believe these same cards came up before and I shuffled these cards. So this is 6. So we have battery time, that's good. So here's what honeybee says. We must give and take, and if we make a mistake, we must make amends. The earth revolves around reciprocity. To remain balanced and to grow, and as humans are a part of the earth, so this applies to them as well. Learn to work happily with others. It is important to learn to communicate effectively, as there may be a breakdown in communication. So again, the sacrifice, giving and taking. Both these cards talk about giving and taking. It makes me think of, like, say somebody says, hey, you can go with us to Hawaii, and you're like, I have 3 bags of luggage, and they are like, whoa, you can only go if you have 2 bags of luggage. And you're like, oh, I have 3, and they're like, well, you need to have 2 if you want to go with us. So she sacrifices the 1 bag of luggage. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes when you sacrifice something, you get something more back, is what I'm feeling. And this is kind of what it's saying. You're going to sacrifice something in your life, Leo Virgo, but it's going to transform you and make something more beautiful and more in line with you and your life and your future. So the next one is Beaver, work. Wow, 27. So I'm going to read this one again too, because I think this meant a little something different. I related around work, but when I read it, it kind of had a different meaning than what I thought. So work. To love your work is a gift. Find a balance between work and rest. It is worth aligning your work with your purpose if you can. Being positively, mindfully engaged in your work, no matter what it might be, is healthy. Someone may be attempting to micromanage you at your job, and this is not an optimum way to work. Perhaps it is time to be your own boss. So this talks about if some of you have your own boss already, your own self, I feel like it's going to prosper. You're going to have a lot of growth. Something's going to change about your work too. I don't know if you're going to branch out and get some sort of different branch of what you're doing now is almost what I feel for a lot of you. So how can I explain that? So say some of you are music teachers at a school, and somebody says, oh my gosh, we need a music teacher that we could go to after school practice, and you could make more money doing that than being the music teacher at the school. So you're like, oh, why not? The world is changing. I'm going to do this. So see what I'm saying? Another thing here is just a lot of people being attracted to you. I mean, daisies in your head is very beautiful. It's usually sunflowers you see on the cards. And daisies are just beautiful. Bees are beautiful. Honey is beautiful. It really is. Oh. So let's go with the Soul's Journey Lesson cards for you now. Leo, Virgo. So it talks about humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So this talks about being happy, being accepting of yourself, your body type, your image, the way you are, and not letting other people, maybe that's what other people are coming at you for, because we see the happy little Buddha here and all this storm activity here. So maybe that's what's going on, and then you have celebrations. So maybe there's jealousy around the celebrations, and you just write it off with humor because it doesn't really even affect you. Would you understand that? Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. So look at this. The lotus flower in the middle is beautiful. That's like your purity, balancing, and going within yourself, being authentic to yourself. So I do feel like there's some sort of healing energy within you that you accept that you can't change things. Things are the way they are. That you don't try to change things, I feel. You change yourself, but you don't try to change other things, and you're kind of accepting of that. Maybe you tried to a couple times, but every time you try, it's like, what did I do this for? So indecision is I use my intuition in all aspects of your life. This talks about somebody who can't make a decision around you. Somebody you may ask a question to and they never give you an answer. They hee-haw around it. They never give you a direct answer. A non-direct answer or no answer is a decision. Listen to your intuition. If you have somebody in your energy, avoiding answering questions around you, especially if they're in love, relationship questions, or money questions, that is just not acceptable. It should tell you right there, your intuition is probably telling you it's not a good situation, so I'm picking that up in the cards. So let's switch to the Dragon Wisdom for you. So I do shuffle all the cards before I turn the camera on. So the next one is decision. So you have a very serious decision to make, and you're very wise. You have a lot of past life knowledge, so you're going to be able to make the decision that is best for everybody. And you're almost taking it, you put humor in situations, so you're happy and you always make a good decision. I know that sounds very conceited, but usually you do. There's a few times when you misjudge people because you want to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But when it comes to your future and making choices for you or your loved ones, you're usually very, very organized and good at it. So wisdom, wow, what did I say? So you are very organized, very pure in your thoughts. You understand that if you are truthful, and see the lotus flower here, the light here, light there, light there. You understand that if you are true to yourself and you're honest with the people around you, that you can make the best decision for yourself, and then they can make the best decision for their self based on the honesty that you told them. So that's the problem when people lie. So I always use this analogy too. Say a woman moves into a house and she has a couple kids, and the guy just seemed like he wasn't a faithful kind of guy. So she kept asking him, hey, are you sure you want to do this? You can be faithful. You don't need anyone else. Oh no, I've been faithful to you for a year. I can do it. I can do it. So 2 weeks after they move in, he comes home from work crying and says that a girl he was hanging out with that he told you he was only friends with ended up pregnant. And so he lied. And so if people lie, if you would have been truthful and said, well, I was messing around with this girl, there might be a possibility she's pregnant, you could have said, okay, I'm going to wait a month to move into this beautiful house with you, or I'm going to wait 3 months or 6 months. But instead, that person was greedy and moved a woman and her 2 children in, and then made a poor decision from his past that he wanted to keep from her, which caused her life to go into disarray. So that's kind of what I'm talking about, is this. You have the wisdom from that now. You can make better decisions because you trusted people would make good decisions for you and maybe your children or your life, and you understand that others don't do that. You have to do it yourself. So courage, wow, wow, wow. Didn't you have courage twice, or is this the other reading? Wow, look at this. So you have courage twice, Leo, Virgo. There is something your ancestors, guides, loved ones are telling you to stand up to. Stand up to this courage. Stand up to what you feel is right, to yourself. I mean, this is so good. I mean, making a decision, being true to yourself with what you've learned in life already, and having the courage to act upon what you've already learned in life, whether people like it or not. So say somebody's trying to come back in your life and you're already like, they did something before to hurt you and you don't want to be friends with them again, and they're going to be like, well, that's childish, you're holding a grudge, you're being vindictive. Holding a grudge and not allowing somebody to come back into your life because they hurt you once are 2 totally different things. Holding a grudge is being mad and vengeful and angry about somebody, gossiping, keeping their name in your mouth long after the situation is long and over. Most Leo Virgos, when they're done with something, they're done. They will move on. They don't go talk about the person. They don't run their mouth to other people. So what I'm saying is, I feel somebody around you is running their mouth, basically, or I wouldn't even have got off target like that. Somebody's running their mouth about you. Shame on them. Okay, let's go on. Wow. So then you have empowering, number 7. So something about you is empowering yourself. It's the courage. That's got to be what it is. You have courage in this situation. You understand your ancestors and angels are protecting you, your spiritual higher self, your belief system, and wow, wow, wow is all I can say. 8, grooming. So 8, I think you had 8 up there. No, I guess you did not. Oh yes, it was 8 there. So 8 is a grooming number which talks about getting ready for something, preparing yourself for something bigger. You see the little ladybug right here and the purity of like, oh, what is that? What is that ladybug? I feel like you're going to get an idea about something. So this was 10. It wasn't 8, so it was 10. You're going to get an idea about work, like I said. Something about work that you're going to grow or branch off on your work somehow. So the next one is traveling, number 10. So this is you just having a lot of wisdom in your thinking. You have your little antennas up. You're in your little bubble. Your third eye is opening. Your ears are up. You're protected. You got your hands on your hip. You're ready. What's that song? You dip, I dip, we dip. That's what it makes me think of. I dip, you dip, we dip. So a lot of happiness going on. You're at celebrations. You just got to come up with the courage. But it'll happen when it's ready because it's there waiting for you to use it, definitely. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much, Leo Virgo. Bless you.